Oh, sorry, guys. I was in the other room watching a little TV, and I lost track of the time. I just wanted to come on here and tell all the people who watch my show and who comment on it and put down a like and all of the subscribers and everything. I wanted to tell you all Merry Christmas. Have a joyous New Year. And I have a Christmas story to tell you real quick here, and that'll be all. Um, this goes back to 1962 when I was just a 9-year-old little punk. I used to get $1 a week allowance, and I would walk all the way to town and get a model car for $1 and come home and play with that thing all week until the next week. Well, Christmas was coming up, and you know what I wanted for Christmas. Yeah, I told Mom, Dad, and everybody, I want a model for Christmas. Just, get me a model. That's what I want. And the answer was always the same, from Mom and Dad both. Well, you get one every week. What do you want with another one? No, we're going to get you something different, And I said, well, whatever. I guess I'll be happy with whatever you get. So, the closer it got to Christmas, I did several, probably half a dozen or so, 3 a.m. belly crawls into the living room and up under the tree and peeking in the presents to see what I was getting for Christmas. And sure enough, there weren't no models, but there was some pretty good stuff, G.I. Joe and some other stuff. But there was also socks and underwear and pants and shirts and wonderful stuff like that. Yay. And, but I knew what I was getting. So Christmas morning come up. There wasn't no big surprise. And I got to hand out the presents because it seemed to be my job. I got there first. And I passed out everybody their presents. And there was wrapping paper all over the place. And I sitting there playing with my new toys and stuff, checking out G.I. Joe. And Mom says, you and Donnie, would you gather up all this wrapping paper and take it out and throw it in the trash can? And yeah, sure enough, and went out there and dumped all that out. And we come back in, and my sister Wanda, she's sitting there on the couch, and she's watching us, and she's grinning. What are you grinning about? Maybe she was happy about the stuff she got for Christmas, Barbie and stuff like that. She's just a couple years older than me. 12, I think, at the time. And she was sitting there grinning. What are you grinning about? She says, I think you missed a couple in behind the tree, waiting for you to hand them out. And oh, okay. And I looked, and there was a couple boxes. Weren't there before, So I went back and looked, and one of them was for Don, a great old big box. Passed it out to Donnie. And the other one was for me. And what in the world is this? And it's from Wanda. And all right, sis, thank you. And ripped it open. And man, I could not believe what it was. It was the monogram 1/8 scale T. The T-bucket hot rod. Oh, my God. And I had, up until that point, I didn't even know models came in that size. This was like not getting a birthday cake. This was like getting a great big giant birthday cake, This was the biggest model I had ever seen in my life, and I couldn't believe it existed. And looked over at Donnie, and he was stunned looking at his. He got the 1/8 scale monogram cord. Great old big cord, man. That thing was huge. And it took us a week or so to put that thing together, and the tea bucket. And that was the best thing I ever got for Christmas in my whole life. That was most surprise. I was totally surprised because I knew there wasn't nothing under there. And it was more than what I wanted, because of it being so big and cool. And that was really the best Christmas ever for me. And I wanted to tell this story and share it with y'all. So I called my sister Wanda and make sure I had all my facts straight. And yes, she was 12 years old, and it occurred to me, wait a minute. If you're 12 years old, how did you afford to buy those big models? I found out that she had been working for the neighbors doing their laundry and then babysitting on the side and saving her money for who knows how long to get everybody a nice Christmas. We're talking about a 12-year-old girl giving of herself like that. And I have a lot of respect for my sister Wanda. She's always been self-supportive, took care of herself. And that was just so cool of her to do that. And I wanted to share that with y'all because that is my best Christmas memory that I got. And my sister Wanda, who is awesome. Also my sister Terry, who is also awesome. And I have stories of her too. But this one is my sister Wanda, and it was the best Christmas ever. For Donnie too, Well, thank you for listening, and thank you for watching this and commenting. Go ahead and leave me a comment if you want, and a like if you will. You don't have to subscribe, but if you want to, that's cool. It's free, nothing better to do. Might as well on that button over there. Oh, this is like a early 1900s curved dash olds hooked up for the drag strip, and this is my bat gasser. So, from Bat Gasser, Curved Dash Olds, me, Don, Grammy, Thing,
Merry Christmas, everybody.
and everybody else, all the minions and the boys in the band, and my friends at Spotlight Hobbies. Merry Christmas to my good friends at Spotlight Hobbies. I love them. They're just the best. So y'all check them out too, And I will see y'all later. Merry Christmas.